The commander-in-chief of the Southern Command, General Francis Donovan, accompanied by a senior Pentagon official, turned Caracas into a stage of maximum tension upon arriving unexpectedly to speak with the interim president, Delcy Rodriguez. The unexpected American presence on Venezuelan soil put the Chavista regime on high alert, fearing that the military movement was the prelude to a new invasion. Right after the landing of the Southern Command, Cuban military personnel operating in Venezuela began to leave the country immediately, sending signals. Of course, the departure of the Cubans was one of General Donovan's first demands. In addition, another demand from the American commander was direct and firm: to meet personally with Delcy Rodriguez, with the Minister of Defense, General Vladimir Padrino Lopez, and with the number 2 of Chavismo, Diosdado Cabello. The meeting took place under heavy tension, but many believe that during the encounter, Cabello and General Padrino Lopez were offered the possibility to leave Venezuela immediately as a final strategic warning to avoid direct confrontations. Welcome to Life in the Barracks. Life in the Barracks. In an official statement published on the social network X, the United States Embassy in Venezuela confirmed that the surprise visit by the American military was intended to supervise the embassy facilities in Caracas and address security matters. The measure aims to prepare for the deployment of ambassadors, officials, and American family members to reside in the country. But concern remains high, as members of Chavismo are still active in keeping the regime's structure alive. This reality makes the reopening of the embassy a complex task, involving the transport of confidential documents and the protection of the entire diplomatic staff. That's why the presence of the Southern Command, led by its commander-in-chief, was interpreted as a direct warning. Any threat against the embassy or its members could trigger a large-scale military response. The message is clear and increases attention in the region, showing that the United States is not just watching, but is ready to act if the safety of its representatives is put at risk. The military power of the Southern Command is considered one of the most robust in the American military structure, with the ability to mobilize air, naval, and ground forces in high-intensity joint operations. Its warships, submarines, and patrol aircraft maintain constant surveillance over strategic routes, ensuring technological and logistical superiority in any scenario. This presence is not limited to simple monitoring. It is a clear demonstration of strength, capable of projecting immediate power at critical points in Latin America. Beyond the Venezuelan coast, the Southern Command continues to patrol and monitor the entire Caribbean Sea, a region vital for controlling commercial and military flows. The strategic operations include naval exercises, intelligence operations, and cooperation with regional allies, creating a deterrence network that keeps adversaries on alert. Every move is calculated to reinforce the message that the United States not only has the capability, but also the willingness to intervene quickly if its interests or allies are threatened. Despite General Francis Donovan having met with the interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, and the Minister of Defense Vladimir Padrino Lopez, and with the number 2 of Chavismo, Diosdado Cabello. The United States Department of Justice keeps the names of Padrino and Cabello on its wanted list, offering million-dollar rewards of up to $25 million. This firm stance shows that, even in the face of diplomatic and military meetings, Washington does not give up holding key figures of the regime accountable for transnational crimes and illicit connections. Given this scenario, many analysts believe that both Cabello and Padrino may consider the possibility of accepting a deal to leave the country or even surrendering to the United States authorities. A plea bargain, in this context, would be a strategic way out, as they would respond in freedom in exchange for revealing the behind-the-scenes of Chavismo and its connections with international criminal networks. This hypothesis, although interrupted and uncertain, reinforces the political and military tension hanging over Venezuela, where each decision can drastically alter the balance of power. Many presidents of South America, including the current Brazilian president, are concerned that their names might come up in some plea bargain, which explains the public stance of the president of Brazil in defending that Nicolás Maduro should be tried within Venezuela itself and not in the United States.
Lula stated that he cannot accept that the head of state of one country invades another country and captures its president, and argued that if there is a trial, it should take place in Venezuela itself. He said that the most important thing now is to restore and consolidate Venezuelan democracy, and that trying Maduro abroad constitutes interference by one nation in another.
This position seeks to prevent compromising information from crossing borders and ending up revealing unexpected connections, further increasing regional political tension. Meanwhile, Padrino Lopez and Diosdado Cabello face the real risk of being captured at any moment, especially after the surprise arrival of the Southern Command on Venezuelan soil. This American military movement highlights a gradual and strategic offensive whose stated goal is to free the Venezuelan people from the grip of Chavismo. Each step taken by the Southern Command reinforces the message that the United States is willing to act firmly, maintaining constant pressure on the Chavista leadership and its allies. Leave your opinion about the Brazilian president's fear here in the comments. Given the possibility that Nicolás Maduro might reveal compromising information in a potential plea bargain during the trial in the United States court. Here on Life in the Barracks, you stay up to date with everything happening in the military world. Leave your like, subscribe, and watch one of the videos that's appearing on your screen. Forward, soldiers. See you next time.